What's going on, y'all? Happy Tuesday. Welcome to the At the Buzzer live sports show with your host, King Will.
And it's your girl Jess, and we are here on the back on a beautiful Tuesday to give you some great sports knowledge.
Jess out here representing them Falcons. I mean, you might as well get rid of them. Them Giants look so bad.
I can't tell the difference, but I can't tell the difference. But you're right, they do look bad. But
Yes.
yes, let's go ahead and get it started. But first and foremost, let's go ahead and kick it off. And talk about our scripture of the day, which is Romans chapter 12, verse 12, which is rejoicing in hope, patient in tribulation, continuing instant in prayer. So tribulation obviously is rough times. So be patient in the rough times. And easier said than done, as we all know. But be patient in it because the light is at the end of the tunnel, and rejoice in hope and continue to pray, and you'll see the end, the light at the end of the tunnel. So that's just giving you some motivation just to keep on going. So
Absolutely.
But I know Will had a good weekend. I had a good weekend. Our teams, well, his team, he's going to act like he was rooting for them, but he was not. But his team had a good weekend. He gonna blame how the Falcons suck, but they still, they're number one now. The rest of the teams lost in the first week. But yes, let's get talking about this NFL weekend.
Absolutely. So, over the weekend, the NFL season started. We had a lot of good games. I think it was a pretty good Sunday. From the weekend, I think the top teams so far, the two early top teams, San Francisco looked good. Dallas looked really, really good. Kansas City, of course, looked good on Thursday. But, man, what's going on with the Cincinnati Bengals? That's the biggest story. I felt like, man, I had Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase on my fantasy squad, and they definitely let me down.
Jamar isn't paid, is he?
Yeah, and that's why he was on the pitch count, and he was dealing with food poisoning. But and Higgins had the hamstring injury. Pay these wide receivers, like either pay them or not, or this is going to be a disastrous season. And if this is how it's going to be, man, maybe we might have been wrong about Cincinnati. Cincinnati, it's going to fall apart. Apparently, Joe Burrow needs good receivers. What you think?
Well, that's something that another a great friend of mine who's like a brother to me. Check out his name is Carlos Milton. He has his own YouTube as well if y'all want to look that up. But he always talks about how Joe Burrow, he has never seen Joe Burrow without a stacked team. And he has a point. Because I personally was like, nah, like he's still, and I really had to really think. Besides, because in Ohio State he didn't play. Then at LSU,
he didn't play. He lost the starting spot to Dwayne Haskins. That's why he transferred.
And then they already had a great team already. They just needed someone who could throw him the ball, and then they had the great 2019 season.
Yeah.
But
because he actually played bad his first year with LSU. People forget he was there in 2018 as a starter. He didn't really play that good, and that's why it was so shocking because he was on nobody's draft radar in 2019 till he had that season, till he had that great season. Then he shot up on everybody's draft radar. So he's actually right. And I had someone else who told me the same thing, that they'd never seen Joe Burrow with a star receiver, and I thought he was crazy. I was like, nah, that's Joe can get through it, but after looking at this first game against the Patriots, I don't know.
Yeah, it's only I do want us to calm down a little bit. It is the first game of the season. Okay, this is the first. Let's not go too far until. But I want to acknowledge that some of the people that have been telling me is right. I have never seen Joe Burrow without a stacked team. So and when they are healthy, they are legit. And obviously they needed Joe Burrow last year. Because they were, they need someone good to throw them the ball. Patrick Mahomes and some other players, even Lamar and Josh Allen. I know Josh Allen. Well, sorry, Stephon Diggs didn't make him look good, and as you see, he still looked Okay, so but I'm
he
saying
did.
like
he better stop that caveman stuff where he make it. He be in the ER, but
yeah, facts. But I just want to say that Lamar, Patrick Mahomes, they have done well, at least good seasons with not so. I know Kelce, and that's obviously you say he's not even top 5, so this should be easy for you that he's not even that great. But to me, Kelce is a Hall of Famer. So I'm just
he's definitely a Hall of Famer.
So I'm just saying he doesn't have those great like Joe Burrow team last year. Well, I'm sorry, Joe Burrow wide receivers are better than Lamar's wide receivers.
Oh yeah, he definitely has the best weapon. He has the best weapons at anybody,
and even better than Patrick Mahomes besides Travis Kelce. So it's kind of like, sir,
the only team I get that can compare to him with wide receiver weapons
Miami
would be Miami and Philadelphia with Devontae Smith and AJ Brown.
Yeah. Okay, that's factual. So yeah, but to answer your question, yes, they were very surprising. So, but that's just something to look out for, because if he doesn't play well and he's healthy and everyone else is healthy, it's gonna look like it's not gonna look too good, is all I'm saying. So but we'll see. It's just one game. I hate to go by one game because people.
Yeah, I mean, it's early. It's definitely early. It's definitely early. So
that's her job.
So do you feel like it's too early for the Giants? Or are you ready to go ahead and turn?
No,
the season
you're trying to be funny. No, we suck.
You turn the season in.
No, I'm not. First off, I'm not. I saw the highlights because I have to do it for the show. But I'm not watching a game. Like, I'm not wasting 2.5 hours of my life.
Daniel Jones.
I'm not watching a game.
And did you see Malik Neighbors already over? He's already over.
He should be. I mean, if I would have got drafted to the Giants, I would have been pissed. I'm just being honest. Even as a fan, I would have been like, nah, bro. I just know, because it's just bad. It's so bad. I still haven't watched Hard Knocks, and it's for good reason. Why would I want to watch negativity in my life? So, no. And now another person I want to talk about is the Chicago Bears. Because first off, I just want to say, what's the name? Did not have a great. He did not have a great outing in my book. But
he did not have a good game.
Yeah, okay, I just want to be
defense definitely saved them. Definitely saved them
for sure. And I just want to say, but I told you, Chicago, and I think you said this too. Chicago defense has always been legit. They don't suck defensively. They needed a quarterback to get to throw to people and all that. Keenan Allen, I know he's new though. Keenan Allen, and
Roma Dozie, DJ Moore.
They got a squad.
They got a squad.
So it's just his first game, so I'm gonna let it go. But I just want to say Caleb didn't look good at all.
And I'm gonna say this about Caleb. I think Caleb learned there's a difference between preseason and regular season. You might have balled out in preseason. That is very true. Yeah, Caleb Williams, out of all the rookie quarterbacks, I think Jaden Daniels did the best.
Talking about the first game? Yes.
For the first game.
Say that. Yeah.
And then Caleb and Bo Nix were absolutely boo-boo. Bo Nix looked like he was seeing ghosts out there. Like, he definitely looked like he was seeing ghosts. But Caleb, gonna have to give him time. I guess it's pretty nice that he been playing for USC and he had to carry that team for years. Feels nice that he can play terrible and the team can still cover you.
Right. Yeah.
Terrible behind Will Levis with what I saw that play live. And when he threw that ball, before it was even picked, I was like, what is he doing? What is he doing? And he threw that ugly pick six. And once again, Tennessee better start looking for the quarterbacks because I told y'all, Will Levis is trash.
Also, let me just say, Caleb Williams does not deserve a statue. I'm sorry. I just want to point that out. Caleb.
Hold on. Are you talking about USC retiring his jersey?
I heard it. Are they retiring his jersey and giving him a statue?
They're retiring his jersey, and USC retires every Heisman Trophy winner's jersey.
Okay, fine. Well, thank you for pointing that out, because I was about to go ham.
Yeah, I saw people with tripping saying, Caleb don't deserve this. No, they retire every Heisman winning trophy. That's why they retire Reggie Bush.
That's why you here. Yeah. That's why you give me that little tidbit, little stuff. You good for something. Okay, so
I'm good for telling the truth. That's all it is. You want to give? No, I'm gonna give you the truth.
No, but Caleb. Okay, cool. I let it go.
But Caleb needs
a statue for a second. Then I was like,
he's gonna need some time. He's gonna need some time. Like I said, the defense bailed him out. Tennessee has a good defense. Tennessee has a very good defense, and I think he was seeing ghosts a little bit. He tried to do the run around. He learned, hey man, hey, in the Pac-12, them D linemen might have been running 4.8, 4.9s. In the NFL, these grown men, this varsity, these D linemen running just as fast as you at 300 pounds. So I think he's learning now that you can't do all that. Because like I said, unless you Michael Vick or Lamar Jackson, you're not going to be out there running around in the backfield because you're not that fast. You're not that quick. But I'll give him time. Jayden Daniels, I think Jayden Daniels, in my honest opinion, is going to be the better quarterback out of all of them.
I like Correa. That's a little
Correa. Early. I was high on Jayden Daniels, and I'm still extremely high. I really didn't think it was Caleb Williams and then everyone else. I really think Jayden was right there.
Yeah,
and Jayden had an argument to be the number one pick. And it's going to take time. I think him and Terry McCullum got to work on some type of chemistry because he didn't really throw the ball. That's your best receiver. The line is kind of porous, so you got to hope he stay healthy. But that's for him. Bo Nix, I told y'all.
Still one game. You got to do one game to everybody.
Did you see that interception where Adam Archuleta, the former corner for the St. Louis Rams, said, oh, no, when he threw the ball because he threw it to triple coverage, Bo Nix is not that good. Bo Nix ran for the SEC for a reason. Bo Nix is not that good. Like, he's 27 years old and knows not to throw the ball in the triple coverage. So, Bo Nix, Sean, and we got to really reevaluate Sean Payton. Was Sean Payton really a good coach, or was he lucky to have Drew Brees? I mean, he hasn't done anything with Russ, even though I felt like Russ was cooked. Some of y'all said Russ had a good season. Now you throw out there with Bo Nix talking about he's a combination.
It wasn't good.
I mean, we should have known Sean Payton was wild when he said Bo Nix was a combination of Tom Brady and Patrick Mahomes. Like, he was tripping right off that because Bo Nix is not that good. But we have to really evaluate and think that Sean Payton might not be that good of an offensive genius, that he just was lucky to have Drew Brees. He might be the Doc Rivers of the NFL, you know?
Lord.
You know, Doc Rivers, he's not a good coach either. He just need a great point guard.
Oh my gosh.
So are we going to talk about the man, the money man? Do I need to show everyone the money man? Where he at?
Lord.
Money man here. Kirk freaking Cousins. Is it time for the Atlanta Falcons
after one game?
Kirk Cousins. Is it time?
After one game. This is crazy.
Is it time to bench Kirk Money Man Cousins? What you think?
All right, when he start winning, start bringing out that chain, you're gonna feel kind of,
Here's my thing. If Kirk, it's like I just played yesterday. Have we forgotten Achilles injury is a very serious injury?
Yeah, it's a very.
I understand.
It's the most serious. What I'm told.
It's really one thing we don't give enough respect. That's why I said we don't give enough respect to Kevin Durant for him to still play at the level that he's been playing since after an Achilles injury, because an Achilles injury is a serious sports injury. And Kirk Cousins and Aaron Rodgers are as old as me or about older than me. And I'm 39 this year. Like, you expect a 39, 40-year-old quarterback from an Achilles tear to turn into what they used to be? Like, and then when you watch the Falcons, you can clearly tell Kirk Cousins can't move. He can't move. He can't get out of the pocket. He can't do anything. He clearly doesn't seem he's all the way healthy.
His O-line wasn't doing that well, though, protecting him.
There were miscues by the O-line, I'll say that. But there were times where everybody felt like a quarterback sack is a lineman problem. When it's more of a quarterback. It's more of a quarterback. If the quarterback is not moving in the pocket correctly, if he's not getting rid of that ball quickly, you can't expect these offensive linemen to hold defensive linemen forever. And Kirk Cousins can't move. He can't move. He can't seem to push off. And I've always said the mistake for the Falcons.
He's never been a mobile quarterback, though. He's never been super mobile.
But he uses his legs and his feet to drive the ball. And you could clearly tell that Achilles injury is bothering him. It's the same thing with Rodgers. Rodgers, he don't seem to have it anymore. And like I said, it's a bad injury. But that's why I said the Falcons didn't make a mistake. The mistake wasn't drafting Michael Penix Jr. The mistake was giving Kirk Cousins all that money. That was the mistake. And they're going to see it because it seems like it's already time to put in Michael Penix now.
I wouldn't be shocked if they do try it, especially if they go on like maybe a 4-game losing. Let's say if they lose 3 more games in a row. I think they will definitely make a change. But let's just say he win a couple of these games. I think they're going to keep on going with Kirk Cousins. I know it don't look too good. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I'm just saying I think he will get it together. But he got to start throwing to Kyle Pitts a little bit more, in my opinion.
And Pitts actually had a touchdown pass, but Drake London like he didn't throw to Drake London.
No, he didn't throw to him either. But I think I think I saw him double covered one time. It was just one time though. It was just one time. So yeah, he definitely need to throw to him because Trey London's very underrated. He just hasn't had a quarterback to throw.
I think Drake London is rated because he hasn't played with a quarterback long enough for us even figure
That's what I just said. I said he just needs but I'm saying that he has glimpses of moments where you're like, oh, he seems very skilled and talented. He just needs someone to throw to him. And this was supposed to be the year where that happened. So, I mean, Penix might be the answer, but Kirk, I'm not going to give up on you. I think you're going. I think you need a game or two. I'm gonna give you a game or two, Kirk. I'm gonna give you a game or two.
Hook me up with your agent. Your agent be getting you paid for mediocrity.
It's because
he be getting you paid. You are trash.
It's because he's a man of God, and God looks out for his soldiers, and that's why.
Very true. Very
true. That's why he's getting paid for his
Probably why your boy Derek Carr went off too. Look like God looking out for him too.
Like, I don't know what his faith is, but I will say this.
Oh no, Dark. He's a big time Christian.
Okay. Well, yeah. I mean, look at him. He was throwing like crazy yesterday. But what I seen, he was looking good. You thought the Falcons going to be number 1. Well, we both did. But it might be the Saints.
Man, they played them trash behind Panthers, which Bryce Young, I hope you got a degree that was wonderful at Alabama because it's over for you.
Oh, my God.
It's a wrap for you, Bryce Young.
Not after one game. Please give the young man
Bryce Young. The problem with Bryce Young is this. Last year, he was terrible. We all was like, all right, this is a fresh start. Bryce Young finna go off. And your very first pass in the new season was an interception. It's over. Bryce Young, he's so bad, we may have to talk that he might be up there with the Jamarcus Russells and Ryan Leafs of the quarterback world bus. Like, that may very well be true for Bryce Young.
Show Kirk Cousins picture again.
Oh, the Kirk Cousins. Money Cousins.
I think he's going, because I want you to see that he's going to be able to have his chain on with this grill in a few weeks because he's going to go on a 3-game winning streak. Watch.
Oh, Lord.
Okay, you can let him go now. Now on to depression. Should the Giants bench Daniel Jones? We're going to finish this in 2 seconds. Yes, and then let's go on to the next one.
No, let's talk about the $40 million man.
First off, why can't we talk about how great the Pittsburgh Steelers look? How about we talk about that? Why we gotta talk about this?
Well, that's fine. I mean, Pittsburgh Steelers.
They look good. Go ahead and say it. The defense
looks
good.
The defense looks good. Now, our offense, Justin Fields did just good enough.
He did just do good enough
to not lose the game.
And you say that the Falcons sucked. So, but yeah,
I won't say the Falcons sucked. It was kind of because the defense actually did look good. Just the offense looked.
And just Kirk Cousins threw that interception at the end of the in the fourth. And
your boy, Kirk Cousins. Throw that in. Throwing them interceptions. But.
Anywho, but not okay. Daniel Jones, whatever. Yes.
I do definitely. It's kind of tough because you giving Daniel Jones all that money. You might as well play it out. But we clearly know Daniel Jones is not coming back next season. They're clearly going to move on from him. It's clearly time to start it over. They made a mistake paying him and not Saquon. Ooh, how did you feel about Saquon scoring them 3 touchdowns? Huh? Y'all miss him? You miss him?
Why would you ask me that? You looked at
you missed them glorious thighs. You missed them glorious thighs.
That's a little TMI-ish, but yes, some thighs are huge. They crack. They definitely crack. They definitely crack. Yeah. They crack crabs when you try to open a crab. But no. First off, you trying me because you seen the text that I sent you, and I said he looked trash, and obviously,
which was hilarious. After he scored his 3rd touchdown, you be like, "Oh, Saquon Barkley is trash." I'm like, "Oh, okay. You sound very mad."
You see how I'm over here venting. About it. I'm like, and I didn't even watch really the game. I just saw 3 highlights of him running happily. By the way, happily. But no, and Philly looked good too, obviously. So, but no, yes, the Giants should bench Daniel Jones. But who we gonna put in? I don't even who's the backup? Like a mess. Like we should have drafted. And I don't even think they drafted a quarterback. You know how
they got Malik Neighbors.
Oh my
Malik Neighbors was their pick.
He's not a quarter. Okay, see, that's what I mean. The Falcons, they were smart. They were okay, just in case Kirk mess up. Cool, we got Penix for the future. That's what's up. I don't know what the heck we're doing, but we definitely didn't do that. They I guess they're gonna see if they can. Who's the quarterback in the who's gonna be a quarterback pick this upcoming? Yeah, I don't. Anywho, I don't know.
College quarterbacks.
Yeah,
I mean. You got Quinn Ewers from Texas. You got Carson Beck from Georgia. Shador, of course. We're going to talk about Colorado later.
So there's some decent quarterbacks that could probably come in.
And the Miami quarterback, Cameron. Miami, national champs. Go ahead.
Yeah, and we saw that y'all when you into the top 10. That's cute. And this is the first year. It's going to be 12 teams. It's cute. The 12 teams. Is it 12 teams this year, right? So that means y'all could probably, y'all get in if y'all do y'all thing. So. The little champ, what's it called? The playoff. Yeah. But yes, to answer your question, Daniel Jones should bench. But like I said, who's gonna come in? I don't want to.
I mean, to me, it don't matter. Just start over. Just start over. Just tank. Start over. Y'all, you shouldn't have paid that man that money. I mean, you might as well start over.
I said it. I came on here and I was mad. I don't know if y'all can look back on episode, 10 or something.
You was mad.
I said, why did we give him all that money? He hasn't showed. He literally showed. What was our season? We won like 9 games and we gave him all that. It was just a mess. Like, I don't understand the stupidity, but I'm not a GM. I don't get paid for the big bucks on that. So. Yes.
So let's talk about your other team in the NFC.
Whoa. I almost turned this off. It's about to be a one-man show. This is the team. I don't even like looking at them. Like, it just upsets my spirit. But are the
Cowboys the best team in the NFC?
They're always the best team in the NFC from what? September to December. And that's then
very true.
January comes. Get to me in January. If they look good in January, I will sadly admit it, but I will be like, okay, that's what's up. But as of right now, yes, they always look good in September, October, November, kind of December. And in January is when we be like, oh, I thought they were going to be so good. And then they turned out to be who they are. So they gave CD that money. Cool.
They gave Dak his money.
And now he's the highest paid in not just Cowboys history. And it said NFL history. He's getting paid $60 million.
Yeah. He's the highest paid quarterback in history.
And he has 2 playoff wins, or is it 3?
Because until Brock Purdy gets paid. Brock Purdy's gonna beat that.
That's if he has a good season, in my opinion.
He gonna get paid. He gonna get paid.
I'm not paying that man a thing if they suck this year. But I mean, hey,
he took you to almost 2 Super Bowls.
Okay, that's great. But if they lose in the first round, you think he should be paid? No,
he gonna get
paid like that.
He deserves his money. He deserves his money. If Tua, he's better than Tua, and Tua got his money, he's darn sure better than Trevor Lawrence. Whoa. That we need to start. We need to start having a conversation about his Trevor Lawrence.
Let's think about this. If Trevor Lawrence was in that Kyle Shanahan offense, Let's keep it a buck.
I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that.
No, you need to hear. You need to hear.
I don't want to hear that.
Yes,
I don't want to hear that.
Stop.
Nope. Trevor Lawrence was supposed to be a once in a generation quarterback.
That's fine.
Trevor Lawrence is supposed to be a once in a generation quarterback.
I'm not.
So if you are a once in a generation quarterback, you should be able to play any offense. Any offense.
He looked fine. Actually, he looked pretty good yesterday. You acting like he was trash. He was good.
Lost.
Oh, really? That's what we're going by? Really?
They had to leave. He allowed them to come back, and they lost.
He allowed them. He played defense. Okay, cool. We're not even going to go into that.
He is the Jacksonville Jaguars, Daniel Jones. That's okay, Trevor Lawrence.
Cool. Yeah, because he plays defense. So, on another note, if Tua was in that offense as well, Kyle Shanahan makes everyone look good. Why are we acting like that is such a shock? Why? And all he wants people to do is throw short passes. That's all Kyle Shanahan wants you to do. Tua and Trevor Lawrence will be able to do that. So let's stop and let's act like Brock Purdy would be amazing in that with the Jacksonville Jaguars. He probably would, but we don't know. It is what it is.
We don't know.
Hypothetically,
I don't think Trevor Lawrence would be better than Shannon. Trevor Lawrence,
that's a joke. That's a joke. Matt Ryan, he made Matt Ryan an MVP. I'm pretty sure he would make Trevor Lawrence close to an MVP. And you say Matt Ryan is Dookie sauce, and you claim he might make it to the Hall of Fame. Your words, not mine.
Y'all gonna put him in there.
Don't say y'all. I don't vote for a thing. I wish I got paid to vote who goes in the Hall of Fame. Rick Fox would be in there.
But
I'm just.
Trevor Lawrence was supposed to be a once in a generation quarterback. He hasn't proven that. I do think he has tapped out. I think he reached his potential his freshman year in Clemson. He really has not hit it since. He seemed like he hit his ceiling.
I can agree with that, but let's not act like he's been put in a great position. You act like he got a whole ton of weapons around him. You act like he do.
Generation quarterback.
Oh my gosh, here we go.
He was probably next coming after Andrew Luck. That's all I'm saying.
You act like his defense.
That's all I'm saying.
You see where Andrew Luck is? His defense. You act like his defense has been legit since he came in. They have not.
Yes, they have. They've been decent. They done drafted for.
Decent wins. You're right. Decent,
Trevor Lawrence.
And I'm not even a Trevor Lawrence fan. I'm just giving him you out here bugging.
Trevor Lawrence was 12 for 21 for 162 yards and a touchdown.
12 for 21, that's good. I'm
for 162 yards and a touchdown. 162 yard touchdown. That's what you expect out of a man that you can't almost. He was going against the Dolphins. The Dolphins.
Oh, the Dolphins are good all around. That's not shocking.
He's a once in a generation quarterback.
It doesn't. All generational quarterback. You act like generational. Name a generational quarterback that came in and just started booming.
Andrew Luck.
No, he did not.
He came in good. Yes, he did. He came in.
He did not come in. You act like he was good, but you act like Trevor Lawrence has been a bust. He has not been no bust. You need to.
That's why I said we do need to have this conversation. He very well made
called him a once in a how he's made it. He's made it all.
Trevor Lawrence has been known as a once in a generation quarterback since high school. Since high school, he's been tabbed that dude.
Talent-wise, he is. Talent-wise, he has amazing talent. Justin Herbert is one too. He's a once in a generational talent as well.
Who said that?
A lot of people say it. Ryan Clark, Dan Orlowski.
I be trying to figure out who Justin Herbert. I be trying to figure out who Justin Herbert be paying for all this. They be love for someone who ain't done squat.
No, see
yet
again. I can agree with that. But at the end of the day, he is a so-called talent. Who else are you going to get in his place? Who else?
That's the problem.
Exactly.
The quarterback. Remember I said that. That's the problem right now. People don't realize the quarterback is such at a low quality right now. That a Daniel Jones is getting paid. That a Tua is getting paid. That a Trevor Lawrence is getting paid. That a Brock Purdy is going to get paid if you feel like he ain't good enough because, like you said,
he's good, but y'all acting like he's
what's the alternative?
Elite, like he's top five.
That's how Kirk Cousins get $120 million off a bad Achilles. Because the quarterback. Well,
it was going on then. They were giving Tony Romo, you know, Jerry's bad with money, but they were giving Tony Romo at the time. That was a lot of money. Now,
no, I know that's true.
But
that's true.
And we thought Tony Romo was overrated. Well, at least.
And we do that. And Pat Mahomes keep winning these Super Bowls, keep paying all the quarterbacks all this money. And Pat Mahomes.
And Pat Mahomes getting the least. He's actually getting. I think he's getting the least amount of money. I think
he ain't getting as much. Yeah, he ain't getting as much.
I'm saying he's not getting as much as I think there's 4 other quarterbacks in front of him. Is what I'm trying.
But to say to get back on the topics, the Cowboys for right now, Week 1, yes, are the best team in the NFC.
Yeah, we did get on topic because you were bugging. But yes, they are the best.
I mean, because honestly, because they're the best team on paper when you think about it. You got Dak, you got CeeDee Lamb, you got Fat Ezekiel Elliott. The defense with Diggs and Micah Parsons and Dexter Lawrence, like they are stacked up pretty well, But like you said, it's all about January and February.
Yeah, January and February is what. Mostly January because that's most of the playoffs time. So January is where where we really care. I don't really. It's about to be them boys, all these 4 months about to get on my nerves. So I'm really not in the mood to really be talking about them for these next 4 or 5 months. I hope for their sake, for the fans' sake, that they get what they want. Because it's paying them all this money and them like losing in the first round would be a mess. But I mean, the Eagles didn't look too bad. But as far as like on paper, yes, the NFC, which is the weakest division. No,
conference.
Yeah, the weakest conference. I mean, Dallas should do their thing. I mean, they should have nothing less than 13 wins.
Yeah, off of week 1, I would say the Cowboys and the 49ers are the 2 teams that show that they're best at NFC. Philly,
the Niners
defense. Yeah, the Niners did good. I'm trying
to think about their better. I think they will be the better team in January, but as far as on paper, yeah, I would say. I'm sorry.
Side note: Christian McCaffrey, count your days. You caused me to lose a fantasy game. I can't believe they called him on Monday, about an hour before the game. I needed 4 points. I needed 4 points.
His thing is being healthy, so that's not.
I know. And they paid him all the money, and he's got a calf Achilles injury, which don't sound good. And they already said he's probably not going to play in week 2. Like, it's just not sounding good. But the Cowboys, the 49ers, the Eagles defense look good. Jalen Hurts, yo boo, still is making mistakes. He's still making stupid mistakes.
My boo's still making Ross Edward Paul Hill II. Yeah. So.
Oh, look. Beautiful. Thank you.
But no, Jalen Hurts. I do root for Jalen Hurts.
I don't know how you do it.
Whatever.
I don't know how you do it.
Jalen Hurts. I do root for Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts I do root for him because he's an underdog and people count him out. So I do root for him. And congrats on his engagement as well. But yes, I do think he's going to continue to. I don't think he's regressing. I know people be saying he don't look too good. No, that's not true. I didn't think about it. No, it's not true. No, I do think that he's not regressing, and I think he's going to continue to get better. And I think having Saquon in the backfield does help him a lot. He hasn't had a running back of that caliber, so him being there will definitely help him. And then also them 2 great wide receivers that they have. I mean, the sky's the limit. They're tight. The tight end's not as big as them, like as far as like on paper wise. He don't really pass him that much, but
I mean, Philly's thing is Jalen Hurts. That's the biggest. Yeah. That's the biggest thing. They got everything. They got everything with Jalen Hurts.
When he did go to the Super Bowl, though, let's be real. I know Kansas City won,
but he played good. He played good.
No, Jalen Hurts, if you look, numbers wise, he played better than Patrick Mahomes. Yeah, if you go by numbers, he didn't suck. He didn't look like, he don't belong there. No, he looked really good. And then I think I know he's a little injured last year, but like with little knick-knack injuries, I remember. But either way, I think he's still going to do well. And I do think I think they're going to be the best team in the playoffs. I think, God forbid anything happen within the team. So, but yep, that's my take on
it. All right, so we're gonna shift gears from the NFL to college football, and y'all boy Deion Sanders lost to Nebraska. I told you he was going to lose. I told you they was going to get waxed too. I told you that. But so Jess, do you think Deion Sanders will ever make Colorado a contender? I just want you to go before I go on my piece. I'm ready. Go ahead.
No, I think that I think he will. I think it's just, and no one likes to. Everyone thinks when I say this, I'm getting a little bit too like it's not that deep. But I mean, I know he's getting a whole lot of, he's getting a whole lot of transfers and everything, but they're not, for what I'm told, they're not to the caliber of what UGA and the Alabamas and even Miami, not to be funny, but even y'all and even Oklahoma and people like that. Those are the schools like these kids are trying to go to. He's getting to meet the scraps. If any of these kids, I know y'all good. Hey, I'm not in no D1. Y'all made it to D1. That's great. I'm just saying, he's not getting those type of, because they're too small. They're not as big as the other, especially the O-line that continues to come at Shedeur and continues to knock him out. They're not, if you look at them, their size, they're not as big as the other Power 5 schools. And I'm just saying, I noticed that is their Achilles heel, and that's their O-line. That's what makes them, not up to par. Now, even Nebraska is big. They're known for having a good football team, though. I know they're not the Georgias and the Alabamas and Miamis and everything, but Nebraska's usually have a good record. They're usually really good. They're usually pretty respectable up there with
they've been and stuff. They haven't been that good really in about 30 years. I used to cheer for Nebraska.
No, are they amazing? No, but I'm saying I noticed they be having winning seasons. Now, are they 12 and are they 20 and 4?
Recently they have been trash. They have cycled through.
Last year they weren't trash though, were they?
Yeah, they have a new coach. The reason why they have a new coach is because they were trash last year.
What was their record? Because I don't remember their record sucking.
They were trash. They was 3-9. They were trash.
Oh snap! I thought maybe I'm thinking about another school because I thought they were always pretty good.
No, Nebraska has been down for a minute, and they glorying for the good days. But
Patrick Mahomes Jr. he looked good to me. You know why they say, I'm not talking about how he play. I'm talking about how he looks exactly like him. So yeah, but no, he looked good. He looked good against them. I don't know if you saw his numbers or whatever. He looked good. Okay. He looked good against them. I'm just saying.
Don't mean nothing. But
okay, I know. But I'm just saying he did look good. I know it's against Colorado and everything, and they're not as up to par with them, but I'm just saying, I think they'd be okay.
All I can say is
they would have a winning season. Then let me answer the question. No, they would not make. They're not going to be a contender this year, and it's sad because I really think, Travis Hunter can actually be a Heisman winner if he was playing. If he went to a different school. Yes, if he was playing, honestly, if he was playing for USC or something, something or maybe
he is the best player in college football.
No, best player, but.
Hard stuff.
I heard him say the Heisman is what he would love to win. He wants to win. Mm-hmm. He can't win if he's not going to win. He's not going to win that if they don't win. So that's the only part. And I kind of feel bad for him about that. But he wanted to go with Deion, which is understandable, So
I get it. Here's the thing, though. I told y'all this was going to happen in Colorado. You just cannot build a dynasty program when you have no winning from previous years. You have no history, no nothing. And you don't have a good recruiting territory. I told y'all Colorado's going to struggle. You could get all the gifted speed players you want, but if you're not building that O-line, that D-line, it doesn't matter.
That's what I said. I said it looks to be there.
And it takes 3 to 4 years to build an O-line. It takes 3 to 4 years. And you got to get some hog mollies. You got to get them boys from the South, them big 6'6", 6'7", 300-pounders. And that's going to take some years. And I told y'all, Deion is not here for the long haul. He's not. I definitely believe when Shedeur and Travis leave this year, Deion is gone. Deion is gone. He is leaving. He did what he meant to do, was to put his son in Division I and then get him to the NFL. Colorado's going to be happy because they got a victory out of it off the money part, and they're going to go back into obscurity. once Deion leaves. But I told y'all, this is not, it wasn't going to be a quick fix. He doesn't have good, Colorado does not have any good recruiting territory. The closest place to it is California. You're going to have a hard time convincing Florida kids and Texas kids to take their butt to the cold behind mountains in Colorado and live there. No. Why? Because weed is legal in Colorado? No. I'm going to Georgia. I'm going to Alabama. I'm going to Texas.
Can we say that on YouTube?
Yeah, you can say weed is legal on YouTube.
Okay.
I mean, I'm not saying nothing wrong. That's something you can actually look up. Weed is legal in Denver, Colorado.
That is definitely yes, I was just making sure. Okay, cool, B.
But what I'm saying is, you're not going to convince these big time athletes. Like, I know people's like, well, they go to Ohio State. Ohio State has history. Or they go to Michigan. Yeah. Michigan has that history. Colorado was good in the 90s. There are age of kids that didn't know Colorado used to be good.
Right.
And it's not.
I had to look it up. I didn't know they were good. So
they used to be a powerhouse in the 90s. A powerhouse. Rasheed Salam, Michael Westbrook, Cordell Stewart, like they had squad.
Oh, I forgot. Yeah, I remember. Okay, because I remember on the
Atlanta the Hail Mary with Cordell Stewart.
Okay. Yeah, I was thinking about Atlanta Housewives that time. Okay, yeah. So when he was on there, he was talking about going to Colorado. But I already said what I said. So I mean, you said a little bit what I said anyway. Yeah, they're too small, in my opinion, especially in the line. The lineman is arguably the most underrated as far as recruitment, in my opinion. Because people don't know, you have to really have a good line to win.
Exactly. Games. So, and here's the thing, and we'll end it like this, so we can move on because I know we ain't got that much time left. You cannot win strictly off the portal. The portal is important, yes, but you have to win in high school. The high school recruiting raises your floor. All portal does is fill the gaps in the holes. That's why you see Florida State struggling. You see Florida struggling because people hear, they got such and such from Florida State. Yes, such Florida State was like the 9th running back on that team, and the team told him, hey, just go ahead and transfer because we have no need for you. That doesn't guarantee he could play. And to be honest, that's 80% of the kids in the portal. 80% of the kids in the portal are kids that weren't getting playing time and was trying to find a better situation. The top 20%, that's the Georgias getting. The Alabamas are getting them. Miami got them. Texas getting them. They all getting them. Deion is getting these 5th, 6th, 7th man on a Division I squad. There's a reason why he's in the portal.
Right.
And he's not winning in high school recruiting. So you're not raising your floor. You're getting rejects from other Division I programs. It's a recipe for disaster. It definitely is. And I wish best for him, but I try to tell y'all, I had a feeling this was not going to work, that they was going to make money, but he was never going to make them a contender because he's not planning to be there very long. He's only there for the short term, and he's not going to be there long enough to rebuild that team.
Right. No, I mean, you said that, and honestly, you've been saying that for the past couple of years. So,
and then say I was a hater.
I wouldn't be. I'm mad at you speaking into existence, but I'm not shocked if it do happen. But y'all blame William if this really does happen.
Well,
y'all blame him. So, but that's what we had. Okay, so we're going to our my game here that is called Which Team is Better Hypothetically. I'm going to give Will a team, a great team, a not so great team whatsoever, and you're going to tell me which one of the teams would be better hypothetically if they had a great player in today's era into a team in the past era. Okay. And you understand once I say it. So which team is better hypothetically? The 96 Cowboys with Parsons or the 09 Steelers with TJ Watt?
96 Cowboys with Parsons. You mean?
Yeah, like 96. I'm sorry, when they won the Super Bowl. No, 95.
You adding a player. You're adding
a player.
Okay,
this team is better hypothetically.
Yeah. So 90. Sure. So the Cowboys with Parsons, or what was the other one?
09 Steelers with TJ Watt.
95 Cowboys with Parsons would be ridiculous. I'll say that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I hate to say that as a Steelers fan.
But the Steelers were really good in 09, and they really did. They could have used TJ Watt for sure. I think that was the last. No, not the last one. Yeah, that was one with Bus. With Bettis.
Yeah, that was the last one.
That was one. Yeah.
No. We won one with Mike Tomlin.
No, I'm sorry, Mike Tomlin. Yeah, Mike Tomlin. But the one with Bus. I'm talking about the one with Bus.
Yeah, that was his last one. Yeah.
Yeah. So, but you said
mm-hmm.
You said Parsons. Yeah, that makes sense because that team, they were perfect, and I know that's what Cowboys fans think is every year of their lives. So, but yeah. So the next one, which one's better hypothetically? The 95 Niners with Christian McCaffrey, or the 2013 Ravens with Lamar?
95 49ers.
Sorry, when did they win their last? I think it was 95, 96.
96, yeah. You talking about the Steve Young year?
Yeah, If they had Christian McCaffrey,
that team would be tough because you'll have Steve Young, Jerry Rice was Ricky Waters the running back that year?
And I'm sorry, not 2013 Ravens, but 2001 Ravens with Lamar.
Oh, so you talking about the Trent Dilfer Ravens? Trent Dilfer and the.
So imagine Lamar on that team, and imagine Christian McCaffrey on that 96.
Then that's still kind of tough because that 49er squad had George Seifert that was running the West Coast offense that featured throwing the ball to the running back. And I can't remember if Ricky Waters was the running back that year, but Christian McCaffrey would fit perfect in that type of offense system with Steve Young, one of the most accurate QBs in the business. So, but Lamar on the Ravens would have been tough. Only problem was he would have had no weapons to throw to. He wouldn't have had no weapens. You can't even tell me who was the weapons other than Jamal Lewis.
But he was better than the quarterback that won with them, don't you think?
I mean,
and they didn't even need a great quarterback.
I mean, that was Trent Dilfer, though. I mean, anybody better than Trent Dilfer.
That's what I'm saying. So imagine Lamar on that team just.
But that's what I'm saying. But then you're still talking about, can he win with those weapons? Now, Lamar hasn't proven he's a good thrower unless he has decent weapons. And the best weapon they had, even with that, I mean, great. The defense is just would have gave him more opportunities to succeed. Let's just say that.
Yeah, that's why I say, imagine him. But you picked the Niners?
Yeah, I picked the Niners.
Yeah, that would have. Yeah, that would have been tough. And I think that was Jerry Rice's last year.
No, he played a couple more years. I think
but that was his last Super Bowl, though. That was
his last Super Bowl. Yeah.
Yeah, that would have been a nice little 1-2 punch, I guess. But yes, next one up. Which one is better hypothetically? 2010 Saints with Michael Thomas in his prime. So I know right now, but imagine him in his prime when people was considering the best wide receiver in the league, which wasn't that long ago. But the 2000, the Hurricane Katrina Saints. Imagine him on that team. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Just for the viewers, I'm fine. But no, 03 or the 03 Buccaneers with Michael Evans.
Same problem with the Buccaneers. Like, that's that defense squad, defender squad. The quarterback that year was Brad. Was it Brad? Yeah, I believe it was Brad.
Brad someone.
Brad Johnson. Yeah. Brad Johnson. It was Brad Johnson. Yeah. But I'm like, it's the same thing. Like, could Brad Johnson get the ball to Mike Evans?
The Drew Brees.
What was the other team?
Drew Brees.
Get to Mike Thomas. The Hurricane Katrina Saints. I would go to Katrina Saints. That Buccaneers defense is tough, but now I'll go to Katrina Saints.
Yeah, or would you think Baker? How about Baker on the 03 Bucks instead of?
I'm not ready to do anything.
Speaking of that, let's give him his props.
He's been doing good. He's been doing good.
Trust me, I don't want to say it either.
It definitely I'll say it definitely like Cleveland made a mistake. Cleveland made a mistake picking Watson over him. Like, it definitely like a mistake. It definitely like it was a mistake.
Yeah, it is what it is. We just let us admit that now. It's looking like a mistake. And then the last one, the 94, the Bills, 94 Bills, their last Super Bowl appearance. With Josh Allen. So imagine Josh Allen on that team.
So no Jim Kelly.
No Jim Kelly. or would you rather, or the other team would be better with 84 Dolphins with Tyreek Hill? Those are both teams that made the Super Bowl if it didn't win. That's the only ones that.
So yeah, I would say the 84 Dolphins because you mix Tyreek Hill with
Dan Marino. That's crazy work.
That'd be ridiculous if he mixed it with Dan Marino.
He probably would have won it. Probably would have won.
Yeah, he would have won. He would have. Yeah, mixing with Dan Marino would have been wild.
Shoot, let's think about Dan Marino now in his prime.
Dan Marino played now. It would just been ridiculous. Dan Marino to me,
he has
if you just take out all the accolades and everything, is the best quarterback.
Yeah,
but he just don't have the accolades. He don't have the Super Bowl.
He has an MVP, right? He has a couple. He doesn't have MVP. I thought he did. He got to have at least one MVP.
He may have one. I know he don't have. I don't think he has multiple.
Okay. But them numbers he was putting up, I'm shocked he doesn't have an MVP. I could have sworn I read that he has an MVP. I'm not gonna act like I was in the Dan Marino era because I wasn't, but I had to look it up, y'all. But
he's so silly.
I had to look it up.
Yes, he wanted 84. That was the year I was thinking. I was trying to see if 84 was the year. Yeah, 84 was the year he won.
Okay, yeah, and he went against Joe Montana in this. I know that he went against Joe Montana in the Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
And they lost. But, it's no shame in losing to the 49ers in that era. It is what it is. They were that good. But if he would have had a Tyreek Hill, y'all,
it would have been ridiculous.
I think it would have made a difference. It would have definitely made a difference. So, but yep, that's it on that. I thought that game was pretty cool. It's pretty cute and fun. Nice little what ifs. So, but next up we have, I'll let Will take over on our final.
So for our anxiety motivational quote for the day: our anxiety does not come from thinking about the future, but from wanting to control it. So sometimes we try to think ahead and try to think what may be coming, which can cause anxiety because you can't control things that happen in the future because it hasn't happened yet. Sometimes you have to live in the present and in the now, control what you control now, and don't worry about the future until the future comes, because sometimes worrying about the future can cause more anxiety because you're thinking of all the different scenarios in your head. So try to not think about it or try to control it. Understand that the future is coming and just be ready for it. So that's my anxiety quote today. Jess, do you want to give our scripture before we go?
Oh, yeah, just one more time. Just something for y'all to sleep on. Romans chapter 12, verse 12, rejoicing in hope, patient in tribulation, continuing instant in prayer. So even in the hard times, just remember to be patient. I know it's hard. Like I said before, it is very hard, still hard, but continuing instant in prayer, just remembering there is light at the end of the tunnel. So
absolutely. Thank y'all for joining the At the Buzzer Sports Show. We're here every Tuesday and Thursday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're always live on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and also my LinkedIn page.
And Spotify.
And then podcast is on Spotify, Amazon, iHeart, Apple Podcasts, and Google. So definitely check us out. Like it, share it, stream it. We definitely appreciate all the love. And we will see y'all Thursday. Ain't that right, Kirk Cousins? Money Cousins. See y'all Thursday.
We need to get a wrestle.